Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're about to get into this reading. Are y'all still running off the high of last night's live? If you were there, thank you so much. It's about 10:06 a.m. Saturday, August 23rd, and we're just going to see what messages there are for you. I don't feel like there's any channel messages, but we're just going to see what you need to know, what Spirit wants you to know. I didn't just wake up. I woke up at like 8:45, but it's the weekend. Let's get into it, Pisces. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Thank you guys so much for your support. Your engagement with the video really helps the channel. It goes a very long way. Ooh. Also, you guys, we have a new service on the website. And I've updated the website. So if you want to hear more about that, check out the live that we did last night, our Friday night chat. I hope to see you guys at the next chat. If you weren't able to make it, that's okay. But I have a new service on the website, and it's Premier Pen Pal experience. And what you will ultimately be able to receive is access to correspond with me about things that you may not be able to talk to with other people, or things that are just on your mind. There's definitely a lot more details on my website, but for those of you who feel like you need someone to talk to, I wanted to create that space for us. And I have a membership where you can have a free trial and test it out. See what you like, see what you may benefit from. If you're interested in that, be sure to click the link in the description box below for my website to book. If you want to check out any of my other channels, the Underground is where we do love readings, and the Nutcase Network is where we do general collective readings. Those are all linked in the LINKTREE down below. Okay, you guys? Thank you so much for being here. All right. If it resonates, get in the comments and let me know. The soulmate card, interesting. Prepare yourself to meet your soulmate. Open your heart and let love in. Your soul partner is ready. I'm going to put that back because I wasn't really focusing on it. There could be a person or situation that you may experience in the near future that's in alignment with moving you forward on your path, right? I can't say whether or not someone is a soulmate or not, but, what I do know is that we don't meet people for no reason. And I'm going to tell you guys, I was in Walmart one day. It was so crazy. I was in Walmart one day. And even when I tried to avoid running into this lady and her kids, I ran into her anyway. Never judge a book by its cover either, because you may be irritated with certain situations and people, but there's always a reason why you meet people or experience things. And it's not a coincidence. And this lady, we were trying to get some kitty litter for the cats. And this lady was in the aisle, and she was looking like, basically she was taking up the whole aisle. She had two young kids, two boys actually. And they were just kind of standing there looking around. She was like bending down, looking at the other shelf. And her buggy was in the middle of the aisle. And me and my son had a buggy too. So I'm like, I didn't want to inconvenience the lady. I didn't want to be inconvenienced. And I didn't want to inconvenience her. Let me know if you guys do that. Like when you're in the grocery store or when you're in the store and you see someone kind of like down one of the aisles, do you go to the next aisle and see if it's empty? I do that all the time. Like, I literally choose aisles to walk down that are empty because I don't be wanting to walk around, navigate through people. But it's Walmart, so you can't really help it. But I went to the next aisle and we started looking at the kitty litter, and I was showing my son like different prices of stuff. And here she comes around the corner and she's like, "Is that a good brand?" Because we picked up the kitty litter, and the one that we picked up was like a big box. She was like, "Is that a good brand?" And so I was explaining to her things about the kitty litter, because the kind that I used to get is like name brand, is more expensive. And the kind that I was getting now more recently is like you get more for your money, and it's still comparable. And I was telling her that, and she was like, wow, because we just got a kitten and we don't know. She was like, I don't know what to do, but I wanted the boys to have a kitten. And I was like, oh my God. Like, she had 2 sons. And like, when I got Snowflake and Percy, when we went to the shelter to get them, I had obviously 3 sons, but it was so synchronistic to like when my older 2 were little, and how like those experiences, you want to create those fun experiences for them so that you can mold them. And I just felt so like touched by that. Like, it was so sweet. And I tried to help tell her like some things that she could do and like resources for the cat. And it was just a pleasant conversation. And it's like, I wasn't trying to avoid her. I just saw her with her young kids, and they were kind of taking up the whole aisle. And I didn't want to be inconvenienced and like have to say, oh, excuse me, you know. And I didn't want her to have to stop what she was doing and lose her focus and like have to move her buggy and all that stuff and corral her children. Like, I just was like, no, we can go down a different aisle. But it was just so funny that I was about to run into her, and then she ended up coming back around to the corner and turning the corner and seeing us and asking us our opinion. And then what's even crazier about it is that we said goodbye. Like, we talked for a while, and then we said, you know, have a nice day or whatever, good luck. And when we checked out, we got back to the car, and as we're walking to the car, why is this lady parked right next to me in the parking lot? And she got the kitty litter that I told her would be a good choice. She got the same one we got. And I saw her putting it in the car, and I was like, is that the same lady? Like, I told my son, is that the same lady? And he was like, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, I know, right? I said, I guess we was meant to meet. And then she looked up and saw me. She was like, she was like, oh my God. I said, girl, not us meant to meet each other and parking next to each other. She laughed and she was like, exactly. And it was such a cute moment. But she literally parked right next to us in the parking lot. And she was there before we got there. And she got to her car, and I didn't know that was her car. But it just so happened that for whatever reason that day, our souls were meant to cohabitate a space and have a conversation. And it just really was sweet. It was a really wholesome, sweet situation. So I know that's, you know, my long story, but ultimately, you guys, when you think about your life and you think about the things that you experience in life, especially when things get hard and you are faced with these challenges, that's the synchronistic vibration that I feel like Spirit wants us to be on when we're in those situations. Our spirit team, God, Source, whoever you pray to, they want us to know that nothing is for no reason. And I say that story to you guys as a testament to the situations that you may be experiencing that could be even more challenging than what you would like, so that hopefully you can have some type of closure or peace about those situations and understand that even though it may feel like something negative, it's often, you know, positive towards what you ultimately need. The child, you're entering into a new phase. Trust where the universe is taking you. Take the leap of faith. We're going to leave that out. At the bottom, it says side piece, the side piece. There's a third party involved in this situation, or someone else's actions are going to influence the outcome, right? That's what we talked about on live last night. We're all connected, and nothing happens just because of one person. There's simultaneous action being taken by all parties all over the world. And not only that, but nature is also taking action. So it's like you can't really control it, in my opinion, but you also can't let it control you. Interesting. So this could be a situation involving your childhood or a child that you have one of your children, or your childlike enthusiasm, your child nature, the child inside of you. This is a new phase. Spirit wants you to trust where you're going and what's coming. Okay? The gambler, the known path is safe, but the unknown offers great opportunities with some risk. The choice is yours. But I feel like the risk is not bad. I mean, don't do anything reckless. That's not what I would advise, but I feel like there's an aspect of your situation that you can't really control because there's so many connections to your situation from other people, right? Other circumstances. So it's like you kind of have to trust where you're going because you can't control where you're going, and take the risk because the unknown holds the potential for great opportunities to come towards you. One more card for Pisces. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. Ooh, the chameleon. We haven't gotten this one in a long time, but Pisces, y'all used to get this all the time. You have the ability to mold and reinvent yourself to whatever the situation dictates. That will give you a huge advantage. So play pretend. Play pretend. Use your imagination. Imagination. That was on a TV show. I can't remember. The boss lady. Possible promotion on the horizon. Climbing the corporate ladder and gaining the respect of others. Hold on. Okay. So you guys could be gaining some type of promotion or advancement. And now it's like you're the boss, or you are embodying this boss-like energy. I feel like Spirit is telling you that you own this. You can own this. Own it. Whatever it is that you're being elevated towards, own it. Because you can mold yourself into anything and anyone who you want to be. The King. Take a long-term view as a leader. Earthly abundance is accessible to you now. And you're on the right track to find it. That's not what the card says. You're in the right place to find it. So you're on the right track. You're in the right place. You're entering into a new phase. Bossing up. This connects to other people. And it is a little risky, or it feels risky. It may not actually be as risky as you think. It may just feel risky because there are other people involved. There's so many ways that this could go. But I don't think it's necessarily as dangerous or risky as you may think, because I feel like Spirit is kind of nudging you down this path. And I feel like you're the boss lady came out, but the King also says take a long-term view as a leader. Okay? They want you to be a chameleon and change yourself into a leader. I feel like you're already a leader. I just think you have those qualities within you naturally, but you may not believe it yourself, okay? You may not see yourself as a leader, but I feel like other people do, and that could be the side piece energy. There could be people who are positively influencing you or the situation, mentoring you, guiding you towards what they know that you can accomplish for yourself. And they could be all over. What else for Pisces? What's the message, Spirit, that they need to know? Intimacy, mask. 2 more cards. What's the message? Expecting in reverse. And bad habits. Okay. There's... be mindful of the connections that you make. Because as we know from the Signs and Symbols Oracle, if you're familiar with me using that deck, the red deck, they have a soulmate card in there. And I thought about that when the other soulmate card came out, because they try to romanticize and fantasize soulmates. But sometimes situations with quote unquote soulmate people or soulmate experiences can often be challenging. And there could be someone coming towards you that either you may want to romanticize, or that they may romanticize you and like have an expectation or a view of you that's not necessarily accurate. Or you may have a view of them that's not necessarily accurate, no matter which part of the spectrum that it's on. Whether you see them as positive and they could be negative, or whether you see them as negative when they could be positive. That's the vibe that I'm getting in this reading. There's definitely someone who is either trying to get close to you or you're getting close to them. I feel like someone could be trying to get close to you and they're going to realize that there's more than meets the eye. Okay? Once you peel back the layers, they're going to find that there's a lot of depth to you. I also feel like they're going to see their bad habits through you if there's someone who is negative towards you or someone who's creating challenges in your life. Whoever this person is, as they get closer to you, they see behind the mask that you put up and they're not expecting what they find. And I feel like they're going to start to realize some of their bad habits. Maybe about judging people, judging books by their covers, and assuming things about people before they actually see the full picture. That could be something that Spirit is warning you about as well. Okay? We have to look at these readings from both sides. And you could be being warned about judging someone before you actually see who they are. You could also be being warned about like wearing a mask when it comes to, you know, your engagement with other people, your connections. I feel like you're not expecting for someone to have the bad habits that they have. Someone could be a smoker with this bad habits card. Or they could be a person who just does things that you may not feel are as responsible as you would like, being as someone who's wanting to be in your life. They could be the person who you're gambling on, taking a risk with, but you just have to make sure of what you're doing. Just really try to be as grounded as possible in your decision making. I feel like this is definitely a warning for some of you guys that you could be intimate with, okay, whatever that means, child. I ain't your mama. But you could be intimate with or getting close to someone, or someone is getting close to crossing paths with you, and they will be wearing a false mask, and you won't expect them to have whatever bad habits or toxic traits that you may discover they have later, okay? Wow, okay, so deception, that was clear. Oh, bitch, it says soulmate. Stop it. So you're going to meet someone who is, I guess, a soulmate. I can't say that for sure. They may be trying to convince you that they're a soulmate, or you may be hearing things through other avenues that they're a soulmate or whatever. But I feel like someone could be lying to you about being their soulmate, or they're confused about what a soulmate really is. Oh my God. It is early in the morning and folks is being loud. Well, I guess it's 10 o'clock. It's super overcast and cloudy today. Yeah, so what I kind of feel as well, I said play pretend earlier. There are going to be people who are going to want to get close to you because of this new phase that you're entering into. And each connection that you make will hold some type of risk. It will feel that way. And you more than likely are going to be very cautious. And you may play pretend, pray. Interesting. You may pray about it. If you're not sure about the people who you're meeting and encountering, pray about it. Ask your guides, ask your ancestors, ask God, spirit source, can you help these, not help, Jesus, what am I saying? Can you trust these people? Salty, bitter, angry, petty. These cards just fell out. Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. So somebody's feeling bitter about something. We have love affair, hopeless, and two-faced just fell out. Two-faced can also be similar to wearing a mask or being a chameleon. You have the ability to be a chameleon. And when people get close to you who are salty or bitter, petty, angry, jealous, envious of you, they may call you two-faced. They may call you fake, phony, you've changed, all that stuff we always talk about. But does that shit matter? Hell the fuck no. You have to engage in different situations in different ways. I feel like code switching is the word that comes to mind. Don't be mad, because I think that's why a lot of people are laying off black women in these companies. And y'all know I'm going to talk about the issues. I feel like a lot of people are envious and jealous of black women right now. And I'm not talking about anybody specific. There's black women who are jealous of other black women. There's black men who are jealous of other black women. There are people of different races, groups, and ethnicities that are jealous of black women. And I feel like it's because of the power that we hold. And it's not to say that other people don't have power. I feel like every ethnicity has power in their own right because their ancestors supply them with the acquired wisdom. They are comprised of all of the acquired wisdom of those who came before them. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's just a different type of energy when it comes to black women. People use black women. They use our faces and our image to promote their products. They use our, style and the way that we do things to incorporate unique aspects into businesses and clothing and, all this different stuff, right? So if you have a problem with what I'm saying, I can't help that. This is what I feel like the reading is trying to say. It's not necessarily about black women, but it's all of these black women who are being laid off from these corporate jobs, despite their education, despite how professional they are, their professionalism. Despite how much time and attention they've put into their work, they're being discarded. And that's calculated. But it's also something of when you bury a seed, all it's going to do is grow. You get what I'm saying? And black women code switch. Black women code switch. They are able to be chameleons. They are able to adapt to their situation. Oh my God. They are really doing the most early in the morning. Anyway, because of that ability to code switch, I think some people get envious and jealous that black women are able to arrive and thrive in so many rooms. And you may be a black woman, okay? You may notice this about black women. You may be able to connect the dots, and you may hold this energy whether you're a black woman or not. You could be a man. You could be a white man watching this. You could be any ethnicity. I feel like Pisces, what Spirit is saying is that's your ability. You have the ability to arrive and thrive in any room that you are placed in. Even if someone thrusts you into a Shark Tank or Lion's Den, okay? You're able to arrive and thrive. And while they feel like they are burying you, you are a seed and all you do is grow. So there's nothing that they can do. And I feel like someone is salty because there's something coming towards you that is a blessing. And that makes people very envious, whether it's career advancement, whether it's business success, whether it's a successful relationship or some type of community activism that you're being recognized for, art that you create, whatever it is that you do, you're being recognized and given a platform, and it's creating a new phase of your life where you can use your ability to be a chameleon and code switch in whatever room you're placed in. because that's why they had to bury you. They had to bury you because if people saw you, they know whoever buried you, whatever energy is connected to that, they know that you can survive and thrive. Not just survive, but arrive, survive, and thrive in any room that you're placed in. Because, you know, sometimes they give people the space and opportunity and the exposure to be in those rooms because they know that they're going to flounder. They're going to fumble the bag. But they had to bury you because they know you're never going to fumble that bag, because you can literally handle any situation. You can literally keep up with any conversation. And that's what scares people the most. Love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, down low. Be careful of the people who you meet who want to be intimate with you sexually, because they may be wearing a false mask. They may be on the low, undercover brother. I just heard that. That was a TV show about a cop who was undercover, I think. Or a movie? I don't know. But anyway, that could be it as well. Someone could be trying to get close to you and you're not expecting that they may be spying on you or lurking, trying to find information about you, because they are two-faced. There's a lot of deception going on when it comes to the connections people are trying to make with you. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is not all of them are bad, because I definitely brought that up earlier, where I feel like there are people who believe in you and they're supporting you. For you masculine energies out there, be careful of women who say that you got them pregnant, because they're lying. You are not that baby's father. You are not the father. Maury Povich. Okay? Someone's name could be Maury, Maura, Maureen. And for the soulmate card to come out twice, I kind of feel that you guys are meeting someone who is meant to be in your life. You're meeting people. I feel like it's more than one person. You're meeting people who are meant to be in your life. And some of them are going to be longtime friends, trusted business partners, networking connections, and people who support you when they observe what you do. But there's also some of them who are deceptive. And Spirit is trying to tell you that in every situation, you may not be able to pick it up right away, but your ability to adapt to your situation and be mutable will help you over time, if you need to observe and figure out who's who. Okay. Hopeless, lost, depression, the S word. That's the one that I don't want to say. Unaliving. And then two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber, cheetah, backstabber. I always hear that narration from the beginning of the Destiny's Child Writings on the Wall album. For all you youngins out there. Doom, 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 doom. Let me stop. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. It reminds me of the Lion King soundtrack whenever it was something going on with Scar and Simba fighting. Anyway, Scarface, the Mafia, 3-6 Mafia. I'm just popping out words. Something may be significant to some of you guys. But that, she was like, and what we need is a man of his word. No more cheaters, backstabbers. And she said it extra hard. It was crazy. Backstabber, cheater, double life. So someone could be affiliated with a group, like a mafia type energy. This could just be like cliques, people in covens, cliques. But I feel like someone is feeling a little hopeless or maybe depressed. I don't know. It feels like someone is going to try to backstab you or lie to you or cheat you in some type of way. Try to do something to hinder you in some way because of what you have coming into your life. But I feel like they're going to be feeling very depressed, or they feel very depressed. It seems like this could be something that's already happening or happened, because the wishful thinking card is here. Nostalgia, second chance, deja vu. So someone definitely deceived you or was being very deceptive to you. They were living a double life, or they weren't really showing you all of their bad habits. They didn't want you to see their bad habits. If you knew everything about this person, you really would not expect like all of the things that they do or all of the situations that they find themselves in, because you wouldn't expect for them to have all these bad habits. Sun card, it could be a Leo, Aries, Aquarius, Scorpio maybe. I feel like someone could be questioning their sexuality because of whatever they're hiding when it comes to their sexuality. Some of you are going to, let me tell you something right now. I know this might sound crazy, but with all this stuff going on with this man Netanyahu and his affiliates, his mafia, quote unquote, metaphorically, I don't know if y'all know about this, but anyway, I'm getting a message that some of you guys may become undercover police or undercover agents when it comes to child trafficking and prawn and child abuse, because someone has a weird kink for kids. And I'm not trying to like be funny, but some of you guys are going to be capturing or participating in capturing those people. Okay. Now, on a more not mundane, but on a more, universal note, some of you guys are just in a situation where you can kind of like blend in and you can see what's going on that other people don't see. You pay attention to what other people don't pay attention to. I also feel like she's looking up to the sky. The chameleon card is looking to the left where the candle is at. And behind you, there's something going on. But you're acting like you don't see it, but you actually do see it. I feel like someone regrets lying, cheating, or backstabbing you. Because they actually are more close to you than what they wanted to admit. And they didn't expect that their bad habits would cause them to lose someone who they feel like is so unique, because they realized with you there was more than meets the eye. Okay, so let's see, what is this message for Pisces spirit? What is it that you want them to know? Nine of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, and the Hierophant. Okay. King of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. Okay. There's a masculine energy. It's more than likely a Taurus because of the Hierophant. Maybe a Virgo, or I want to say Libra so bad. It could be a Taurus or a Libra. It could also be a Virgo or a Capricorn. Pisces energy is also out here. Gemini, Aquarius could possibly be out here. Scorpio and fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the fire is hidden. So I don't know about the birth chart, but the fire in their chart, it's like underneath the surface. Anyway, whoever this King of Pentacles is losing their stability or something like that. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, someone is not independent. They are not self-sufficient. They struggle to save money. They struggle to do things on their own. They struggle with the skills that they have to complete the jobs that are required of them. It feels like someone is underqualified or not qualified, Or that's how someone feels about you. Excuse me. I feel like you have a lot of things on your plate. You're balancing a lot. You're keeping yourself afloat. But there's something about like maybe you not looking like you're stable. I don't know. You may like to wear grungy outfits or, vintage, but actually in real life, not the poser high school kid vintage to try to make it look cool. Like your clothes actually have holes in them because you don't throw shit away because you may not get another t-shirt next week. So you have holes in your clothes because you've had them for years. Because you know the value of things, and you also maybe have to be a little bit more frugal and resourceful. So you may have patches on your jeans or ripped jeans because you had to save them or keep them for all this time because you didn't know when you were going to get another pair. Somebody is used to something. I feel like, I don't know, it feels like this King of Pentacles energy, they're used to something with the Hierophant. Whatever they are expecting is what always happens according to them. There's consistency. There's, the status quo. I feel like a lot of you guys with this Eight of Cups are going to walk away from a situation or a person, or you already did, because whatever someone expected of you, either to shut up, stay quiet, not say anything, let them yell at you, let them, financially abuse you, whatever this is, you said no to it. You walked away from it, or you're thinking about it. Three of Cups, that would be a good decision. What's the Nine of Pentacles reversed? Okay. Fuck. The Star, the Death, the Death card, the Star card, the Hermit, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, like I said, Scorpio. I said Scorpio, I said Aquarius, and I said Virgo. And then the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so there's someone here who is like, no, they're not like anyone you've ever met before. They look like the King of Pentacles, but I feel like they're unstable. They're not as wealthy as they look. They may dress nicely, but they're really broke. They could have fake things that they're trying to pass off as name brand. You're meeting someone on your travels. It's like you're focusing on this healing. You're focusing on this goal that you have. You're trying to influence the energy with the Star card. You're creating change. You're experiencing transformation. And I feel like someone is encountering you on your path, or you're encountering someone and they have the Seven of Swords behind them. It's like a Virgo. I don't know who this is. You may already know this person, but I feel like you've healed something. You've transformed something. And there's a person here who's paying attention, and they're in the shadows. It's like they're kind of lurking in the shadows. I feel like there's a desire for them to destabilize whatever this is. A destabilization. The Ace of Wands. There's a lot of like spying, lurking energy in the air. Yeah. Someone's goal by introducing themselves to you, meeting you, is to destabilize something that you have going on. I feel like also Whatever it is that you guys don't know, or whatever it is that you lack information or experience in, you're searching for ways to gain that experience because you have a goal that you want to reach. Oh, this is crazy. It's like, just imagine like in those TV shows that about back in the day when you had to travel by horse and carriage on the road, and you don't know who you're going to encounter on the road, and it'll be like ambushes. Ambush. Oh my God. I don't know what to put on the thumbnail, you guys. Okay. So it's like somebody's trying to ambush you, but it's like you're kind of already expecting them to, because you know you're at a new level, so you're prepared to encounter the new devils. What's the Knight of Swords reversed? Three of Cups reversed, Hangman reversed. Yep, the devil. Someone is angry, bitch. Someone is angry and lashing out. They may not even, but you know what? This could be undercover, right? This could be concealed. This could be the fiery energy in someone, because they can't like outwardly like go off on you, yell at you, talk to you crazy. I feel like you're in a room where you have security. I'm seeing you in some type of place where you're in a room, you arrive and you thrive. But it's like someone tried to throw you to the wolves or throw you in the lion's den, you know, drop you in the Shark Tank. This could be a product like Shark Tank, the show. Maybe you're developing a product, you're patenting it, and it's going to develop and become something really special. But I feel like a lot of you guys are in a situation where someone did try to sabotage you, betray you, deceive you, backstab you. But their bad habit ended up backfiring, I feel like. And they threw you in the lion's den and you made friends with the lion. Now you're a part of the pride. Now you have pride in yourself because you've done something. You've overcome something. You were able to come out not necessarily unscathed, but you did what you had to do to learn what you needed to learn in order to be successful wherever somebody threw you. And I see you on the road being watched, and somebody's waiting for you to come past so they can ambush you, thinking that you're unprepared or ill-equipped for their ambush. But when we saw the Three of Wands and the devil that just popped out, it's like you were expecting this ambush. You were waiting for the new devils because you've arrived at the new level. And I feel like whatever someone tried to do to keep you stuck, they're upset because you found a way to free yourself, and that's making them very unhappy because their plan did not work out. And they could be quietly like fuming and very angry about this, and you don't know about it, and they may be around you. And that's why you have that two-faced energy. But they could also be outwardly aggressive. Okay. But I don't think so. I feel like it's more so they're being quiet and keeping it inside because the Knight of Pentacles is here. So it's like whoever this person is, the security guards are around. They know they can't step to you. They know they can't swing. Even though they want to, they know they got to shut the fuck up. But you're going to feel this type of energy. You're going to sense this underlying concealed energy. Someone's watching you escape a trap or an ambush or a demon that they sick 'em, Fido. They're those Dothraki dogs. I've been watching Game of Thrones. He already got the gold poured on his head. I'm still in season 1. Curse these Dothraki dogs. That's what he said, or something like that. Pisces energy, Virgo energy, Capricorn. You may have Capricorn in your chart. If you have Capricorn in a prominent placement in your chart, I feel like that plays a role in your success when it comes to these situations where people try to throw you to the wolves. You may even be telling someone that you don't want to talk to them anymore. You don't want to be friends with them. You don't want to go out with them. You don't want to collaborate with them anymore. Sagittarius energy with the Temperance. You're starting to connect the dots about this person's demeanor and how they feel towards you. I also feel like there's something divine about this situation. The value that someone was gaining from burying you or keeping you hidden or ambushing you, because you realized it, they don't get that anymore. It's kind of like, so real life situations, right? Real spiel. If you're a dude and a woman accused you of being pregnant, like being the father of their baby, right? And you were either supposed to pay child support, filed against to receive child support, or already was paying on it, and you don't have to pay on it. Just say you were paying some lady child support because you thought that was your baby. You find out it's not your baby. You don't have to pay child support anymore. So now that woman who was lying on you is basically like assed out on the curb. Well, bitch, you should have known who your dad, your kid's dad is. I'm sorry. And I know things happen, but like, you know, while I understand things happen, you also have to have integrity and be responsible for your decisions. And I feel like if you don't know who the father of your child is, like, and you honestly don't know, then that's, you know, that's on you. You got to think about your actions, and it is fucked up, but nobody should have to do work or pay for something or be extracted of resources for a situation or a person or an outcome that they're not really responsible for. You know, that's a real life example of the energy that I feel. Like somebody thought they was going to get you caught up in something. Yep, this is, ooh, bitch, not the Page of Wands and the High Priestess coming out. What does that tell you? Spirit is saying that's correct. That's the vibe. Ace of Wands, Five of Swords. Now your intuition is confirmed because you see the intentions behind whatever actions someone was taking towards you. And you see that it was, those intentions were the Five of Swords because you have this clarity. I feel like I'm confirming someone's intentions towards you that you're dealing with now or that you were dealing with in the past. You're going to walk away from this person. Oh. What's the Hierophant? Sorry, you guys are probably going to get this after 11 o'clock, but anyway. What's the Hierophant? Oh, shit. This was at the bottom of the deck, the Tower. It wanted to come out so bad. What was that other card? It was the Knight of Pentacles. Y'all be sure to like the video, you guys. Really, 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 please, please. Like the video. Like the video. Oh, it was a Temperance. That's right. Ooh. There's a Tower. Chariot, Eight of Wands. Yeah, I don't know if somebody's coming towards you angry, wanting to argue, or they're running away from this Tower. And the wind is following them. It's something like that. It's kind of like on that day back in September in 2001. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles. There's a structure that's crumbling. Infrastructure crumbling. But listen, it could be a system that's in place. It could be an organization, a nonprofit, a church, a religious organization is crumbling. And they're running away because they want to outrun the smoke from the building falling. Y'all get what I'm saying? Back in September 2001 or 2 or whenever, when them, you know, when them things was coming down. Yeah. And everybody was running through the streets trying to escape the smoke, and all you saw was the smoke. Yeah. Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I feel like a lot of you guys are very confident in what you're building. Even if you're a masculine energy, it's like The Queen of Wands is more exposed than the King, the Knight, and the Page. And I feel like she, because of her confidence and her intuition and her ability to hold her head high and stand strong in situations, nobody knows that she doesn't have the same protection as those other court cards. So it's like you may not have everything that you feel like you need, but you actually do because you have that ability. Be confident in what you've built. Because I feel like all of a sudden there's going to be this shift to where things start moving forward really quickly for you, because there's something else that's crumbling. There's a structure or a business or an organization that's crumbling. One more card for the Hierophant. Queen of Cups. Somebody thought that they could keep destroying what you built. I feel like you guys are building something, or you're working towards something. Your work is amazing. Your work speaks for itself. People know that you ain't no slouch, but they constantly try to destroy what it is that you've built. That's happened so many times. That's what someone expects to happen this time, but it's not. Yeah, Six of Wands. This is the little child. There's victory here. There's success. People are starting to pay attention to your work, to your business. When you're at work, your manager sees what you're doing. They see the quality of your work. They see the experience that you have, and they know that with the right foundation, with the right tools, with the right resources, with the right mentorship, you can literally become a very prominent figure when it comes to whatever it is that you're doing, a trusted person in the community. So like I'm picking up the energy. Basically what I feel like the message is for you guys is that there are people who want to support you, and there are people who are going to be upset to see you receive that support. There are people who believe in you, and there are other people who don't, or they do, but they're upset and they don't want others to believe in you. But at the end of the day, whatever you don't have or whatever you don't know, I feel like there's a teacher coming in who's going to help you understand what you don't know, or give you what you don't have as far as knowledge. I also feel like your spirit team is helping you strategize for any ambushes that could be coming your way. Okay, what's Pisces energy in this situation? Justice reversed. Interesting. Five of Pentacles. Two of Wands. So if you have been feeling like you've lacked some type of balance in any situation, whether you feel drained and tired, whether you feel financially unstable, whether you feel insecure about what you're creating or the work that you're doing, you're about to balance that out. You're making good decisions right now to balance the scales in situations where you feel like things aren't fair. What's the Justice card? Either that's what you're doing or that's what you want to do. Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you also don't see any like benefit when it comes to the past. You don't feel like it's supposed to come together. It's kind of like if it was supposed to come together, it would have come together. I feel like that's the mentality, and you're not stressed about it. Yeah, Six of Swords. We saw the Six of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. Now we have the High Priestess again. So I feel like you know that you're going to receive something. You intuitively know that you're moving forward from the past. You're moving on from the past, and it no longer serves you to think about it in a stagnation type of way. You're releasing yourself from toxic things that didn't work out. You're not talking about it as much anymore. You're not bringing it up as much. You're not telling that old outdated story. And someone may try to ambush you in that way. Like they may try to bring you back to old stories. But it's like you've already moved on from the past. And behind the scenes, it's like you know that whatever was not fair or whatever didn't go your way or whatever you lacked or lost in those situations, you're making good decisions now to move forward because you know you're going to gain it all back. You're not fighting anymore to gain it back from those raggedy people or those raggedy places that took it from you. You can keep them little pennies, bitch. Whatever you thought you stole, you can keep that little scraggly shit. That's fine, because that's the old, outdated energy. You can keep that. This is the new and improved attitude. And you're not going to be able to get this. And that's why you salty, bitch. That's why you mad. Because I don't even want that old shit no more. It's like somebody who you let borrow clothes and they never give them bitches back. Child. You know what I mean? Especially if you have nice things and you let somebody borrow your clothes and they never give it back. Because they're in a poverty mindset. Because they are lacking. And they think that, hey, Pisces let me borrow this, but I'm just going to avoid Pisces and not give they shit back. And maybe they won't notice. You noticed. Right? And I mean, you could be like that too. You could be a person who holds on to things, Tupperware, dishes, clothing that other people have given to you and you never gave it back. I would suggest maybe I don't want to say get rid of it, but honestly, I would say get rid of it. Because it doesn't serve you anymore and it's old energy connected to it. And you don't know the hostility or resentment that somebody may feel that you never gave them back their shit. What's the Six of Cups? Nine of Wands, yeah. You're setting a boundary with someone from the past because you feel like they're imbalanced. You feel like they're not fair or a situation between you wasn't fair. But it just doesn't serve you. And whoever this person is trying to locate you or find you or reach out to you. Somebody's trying to figure out, I feel like they're trying to figure out why you blocked them from coming towards you. Why you blocked them from the phone or internet, social media. Why they can't reach out. Why did you block me? I feel like whoever this is tempted to come towards you and say something to you. But I feel like they know that security is right there, okay? What's the energy around Pisces? Page of Swords, see? Somebody wants a second chance. Because I keep hearing that song by, what's her name, Mariah? I think it's Mariah the Scientist. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Seven of Cups. Yeah, whoever this is might have reached out to you. I don't know. Somebody's watching you and they're confused as to why you're confident. That could be the Queen of Wands. This could be a feminine energy. Yeah, but the King of Swords, see? I don't know. There could be some group of people, men and women, connected, masculine and feminine energies. Yeah. Somebody's afraid to speak up to you, though, because they did something to betray you. Or they deceived you. I feel like someone didn't expect for you to see their bad habits. They didn't expect for you to see what they were doing. Because they were trying to be all mysterious. That shit didn't work. Ten of Wands. They're burdened by, whatever disagreements that you had. Or whatever conversation that they weren't able to have with you. They're burdened by whatever they feel like they want to reach out to you and tell you about. That they can't because you blocked them or there's a security between you. There's this barrier. Because look how the Ten of Wands looks. You see what I'm saying? In the past, they were able to just come in and be all in your shit. but there's this like barrier between them and you. So they have their gripes, you have your gripes, but I feel like, let it go, and they're still holding on to it. And because of that barrier and that security protecting you, they can't get in any proximity of you. Four of Cups. Yeah, Two of Swords. You see what I'm saying? They're disappointed because you guys argued, you fought, you disagreed, you blocked them. Somebody's mad. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. What? Ooh. Child, I'm knocking stuff over. What? What is the significant time frame when it comes to this reading? In July. So this happened in July. Not likely at the holidays. So this could have been around 4th of July. That's significant. Around the 4th of July, whoever you were associated or affiliated with, hanging out with, dealing with at that time. That's what this... Ooh, that's what this reading is. This is who the reading is talking about. Yeah. I feel like somebody thought you were a noob. They thought you were a novice, inexperienced. When it comes to the strategy or the way that they handle situations, you just acted like you were naive. You aren't naive. There may be things that you don't always know, and you may not pick up on it right away, but you have a spirit team and an intuitive ability that shows you what you need to see when you need to see that shit. But somebody thought that they could run some type of game on you, either because you're young and they thought you were naive, or you're not experienced and they thought you were naive, or maybe because you're older and they thought that they were smarter than you because you don't know what the young kids is out here doing. I don't know what this is, but that's what it seems like. Any final clarity for Pisces in this situation? I'm afraid. See? And they're feeling hopeless, and they're feeling bitter and angry and salty. Wishfully thinking about a second chance. A second chance. That's that Mariah the Scientist song. That's why I keep hearing it. I will know. And give me a reason to just move on. And she was like, I know I did something that I wasn't supposed to, or something like that. And it's a person, no. Is it called Second Chances? I don't know what the song is called, y'all. But she said, a second chance. It's that album where it was like the staticky symbol from the TV back in the day, the VHS tapes or whatever. Yeah. If y'all know what the name of the song is, put it in the comments for your fellow Pisces to go listen to. All right. Any other messages for Pisces? It's mutual. So y'all both got warnings about each other, but I feel like for different reasons. I feel like your spirit irritated this person's demons. Your light irritated their demons, and their demons irritated your light. That's crazy. Maybe later, yeah. That's the same energy as not likely. They're even similar color schemes. Maybe later, not likely. This is a number 10. I feel like y'all both mutually felt like the connection. I don't think this is all about love for you guys. I feel like different situations are going on. But I feel like whatever connection this is, or whatever this is talking about, It was meant to happen like this because I feel like you were meant to cross paths with somebody to make an impression. Okay? Impressions. Confessions. It's complicated. So I feel like both of you and someone else are definitely both kind of like confused about what happened. But I feel like Pisces, you guys know more about what happened because it's like you're spiritually connected. This person I don't think is that connected. I feel like whatever this was caught them off guard. But you could sense that they were going to be deceptive and two-faced and that they had some type of agenda. So you didn't sign the contract, you didn't work with them, or if you did, you knew and was prepared for whatever was going to come with this new job or this new contract. Because remember, that's what this is talking about. It's mutual. What is that? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. Both of you feel like there's something. Let's see. It's like the palmistry. It's less about like abandonment, insecurities. That could be true as well. But I'm getting more in the forefront, the palmistry, like the destiny, the fate, the wheel of fortune, that aspect of it. Yeah, there it is, Lovers. And the Chariot. Both of you guys made a choice to abandon the situation. But I feel like you chose to abandon the situation for your best interests, for your own good, for your better judgment. And they were kind of like forced to abandon the situation. Because if you guys were magnetized together and you pulled away, they can't like remagnetize with you if they don't know where you are. Maybe this person doesn't know where you are. Why is July the significant month? Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's when you saw through whatever was going on. Knight of Pentacles. Yep. You saw the truth of that snake behavior. And I feel like you remember the situation, or you have reference memories for a situation that was similar to this, and you're like, nah. That ended unfairly for me. I felt like it was unfair, imbalanced, and I don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm either going to handle myself differently and expect what I didn't see before while still keeping the same positive attitude about my future, or I'm just not going to deal with it. Because somebody could be wondering, like, why you're detached. Because in the beginning, you remember I was thinking, like, okay, somebody may be calling you two-faced, or somebody may be mad that you can code switch and, like, not really give a fuck. And I think that's kind of pissing somebody off, and they don't want to say that they're upset about it. Like, if you still talk to this person now, the message Spirit is trying to give you is that this is how they really feel about you kind of like not humoring them. This is how they feel about you not stroking their ego. This is how they feel about you being cold or staying platonic with them. You know what I mean? Like, especially if someone wants to be intimate with you, or someone wants to work with you, or if someone wants you to be a part of something that they're doing and you don't trust them. Like, someone is secretly upset about the fact that you can so easily discard the situation or detach from the situation, and that whatever ambush that they were trying to set on you did not work. You didn't get caught in the trap. Maybe they were upset that you said no to sex. You might have sensed that they were down low. You might have sensed that they were out here doing things that were unsafe for your body, whether they were down low or not. Like, whatever this is, they were being deceptive. They were a deceptive soulmate. And I just feel like both of you can feel that something is missing or something is not quite right. But I don't necessarily think it's bad. I just think Spirit wants you to know that if you're still around this person, this is how they feel. Oh wow, the deck is upside down. Y'all be sure to like the video, you guys. Let's just get final advice. I don't know. I just think that Spirit wants you to know that you can literally transform any situation. They want you to be aware of these types of things because not only will you encounter people like this, but you'll encounter situations where you have to make decisions where you don't want to be like this person, right? You don't want to fuck up thinking that something, oh, because it always happens this way, it's going to happen like that again because I always get this and I always, no. They don't want you to second guess, like, the fact that your intuition may lead you down a different path. Just because something always happens or just because you always get something doesn't mean you're always going to get it or it's always going to be the same. Don't fall for the same trap that this person did. I think that's what Spirit is saying. Be cautious. Don't rush into situations because I feel like there's a lot of snakes hidden in the grass. But I think you got it. I think you're prepared. Let's see. What's the advice overall for Pisces? You're ready. Oh, bitch. She's a psychic. Touched by the light of God. She's a psychic. You're ready. I told you. You got what you need. Communicate clearly. You're ready. And then wait. Hurry up and wait. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that like how it is? Communicate that you're ready. I feel like Spirit also wants you to tell them, I'm ready for... Insert what you're ready for. I'm ready to insert what you're ready to do. Get in action. Because once you communicate clearly with Spirit what you want, I'm ready for this type of friend to come into my life. I'm ready for this type of job and career. I'm ready for this type of business advancement. I'm ready for, more clients. I'm, ready for my soulmate. I'm ready for the love of my life who, is most in alignment with me. I'm ready for my finances to improve. I'm ready to handle more money. I'm ready to travel. Whatever it is that you want to do, tell Spirit you're ready and just wait. They're going to give it to you. Bro. That was cute. I didn't even see that, but it came. And maybe that's how it's going to be for you, Pisces. But I love and appreciate you guys. If you gain something positive from this reading, please consider donating through the Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal information. You don't have to donate. If you can't donate, that's fine. Just like the video, you guys. Do me that solid to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonated. And if you are able to donate, I really appreciate it. And I thank you guys so much for your support and everyone who has supported the channel in that way and in other ways. Okay. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to everyone again who came to our Friday night chat last night. I really enjoyed it. That's why I'm late with the reading today, because I was like on a high all night. I couldn't go to sleep. But anyway, if y'all want to book a reading, the link is below. If you guys want to be a part of the pen pal sessions, and book a session individually or a membership, all the information is on the website. All you got to do is click and read below. And I will see you guys next time, Pisces. Remember, this is Circle Blues. Bye.